The Visual and Performing Arts Foundation just won a $1 million grant by Prebys Foundation to support student well-being through the arts. The funding will support the VAPA Foundation's groundbreaking new concept that connects thousands of students with art programs to improve their mental health and well-being in school. San Diego Unified cannot do it on their own. The VAPA Foundation hopes to bridge the funding gaps and bring art programs to dozens of schools across San Diego, reaching nearly 5,000 students. That's huge. Joining me to talk more about this is Caitlin Woodside with the VAPA Foundation and Russ Sperling, who's over the visual and performing arts for San Diego Unified. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so Caitlin, let's start with you. Tell people, first of all, what the VAPA Foundation does.
Yeah, the VAPA Foundation was established in 2017 by a group of parents and school administrators and community members that recognized that their kids needed more arts in schools. They saw how their students really could thrive and grow through the arts, and they wanted to bring more arts programs into the classrooms.
What does art do for students?
Art's incredible. What doesn't it do?
Well, it brings them to school. That's the first thing, is when they know they have art, they'll show up that day. We actually have data that says that.
That is cool.
But it makes them more creative. It inspires them. It's fun. It gives them joy. If it's just
You're
about
right about that.
You know, we need that for our kids.
It's an outlet too. When they're having a stressful day, even socially, this gives them an outlet if they have an art class.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're talking about a cutting edge concept that helps improve students' mental health because of art. Explain that.
Sure. So we're partnering with the Expressive Arts Institute to have a teaching artist training program that's going to equip teaching artists in the community and through our nonprofit arts partners that will teach the teaching artist how to integrate social emotional learning through the arts. And so social emotional learning is things like self-awareness, resilience, creativity, creative thinking. And so our teaching artist training program will teach these artists how to integrate that into arts programs at school. So painting and dance and music and theater. And then from there, we're gonna deploy 135 classrooms, 25 schools this coming fall, and we hope to reach 4,500 students.
That's incredible. Let's talk about, so what does that look like? What she's talking about, what is that going to look like in the classroom, this training that the teachers are going to get? Yeah,
well, it's the training is for the teaching artists coming in from the outside. So these are skills that our regular classroom teachers, necessarily don't have that skill. They might not have the artistic skill nor the social emotional learning skill to integrate that. So if you're a classroom teacher, if you're in a classroom, that person's going to come in and work with your students. The regular teacher will still be there, but those students are going to have all that fun, and they're going to have all this different instruction that they normally don't get.
Because we're looking at video, it looks like performances, so there'll be, is that what you're talking about? These different things?
Well, go ahead.
Okay. So the programs will bring in residencies for classrooms. So when I say residency, I mean we'll bring an arts partner in for 8 weeks, an hour every week, and they'll do a deep dive into their art form. So if you have visual art, the teacher will be in the classroom once a week doing a very in-depth lesson with the students. And this is to integrate some of that social emotional learning that I was talking about earlier.
Russ, if you did not have the VAPA Foundation, if you didn't have this $1 million injection of what they can do, what would art programs be like?
Well, we would have them, but they'd be more basic, right? And I think what's great about San Diego is we have so many incredible arts organizations and artists that our students wouldn't have access to. We want them to have access to those artists, and we want them to be trained in this new way so they can really receive a great experience.
And so it's going to be a lot of fun for kids that they would not have otherwise.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay, thank you guys so much. This is really incredible. Can people be part of the VAPA Foundation somehow and support it?
Yes, in fact, we have an event coming up on May 10th at the UC San Diego Amphitheater. It's our big fundraising event of the year. If you're interested in joining us, you can check out our website, but this is where we're going to showcase students from San Diego Unified.
Amazing performances that are going to be so much fun, and it's at the new Epstein Amphitheater.
Okay.
It's going to be beautiful, and we'd love for people to come and support arts in the schools.
Okay, we'll put a link to that on our website at cbs8.com so people can do that. Guys, thanks so much. We appreciate you.
Thanks for having us.